Howdy. Alright, took a little break, had a couple boiled eggs, I ate like one, a few cherry tomatoes, and maybe half of an avocado. Trust me, if I could have had a McDonald's fish sandwich and french fries, I would have gone for that in a second. I just love their fish sandwiches with the cheese. But I have a bone to pick, McDonald's. If anyone that works there hears this, can you please learn how to dress a fish sandwich? There's literally 3 things you're putting on that bun. Tartar. You can use as much as you want of that. I can scrape off extra. And tartar sauce is good on french fries. You're welcome. Tartar sauce. A fish patty. And one little, not even a whole piece of cheese. Okay, they're not going to give you a whole slice on that. But then they put the cheese crooked. So then the bottom bun melts to the cheese, which melts to the fish. And then you get it in the box and it's like to the side. It's like, what are you guys doing in there? No. I worked fast food for years with burgers, fried chicken, all of it. And no, they're dropping the ball on that. They need to start training better on how to dress. Or like we went to Burger King. Okay. And I can't eat a whole big Whopper and french fries and all that anymore. I just don't have that kind of appetite. That's okay. So, ooh, I had my ink, and I left my ink open while I was gone. So I went to Burger King and I got the Whopper Junior meal. Ugh, it was disgusting. And you know the main reason is they got ketchup and mayonnaise on that, and I prefer just mustard. Mustard and mayonnaise is okay. Leave that ketchup off of there. I don't even want the mayonnaise, really. I'm just good with mustard, lettuce, tomato, onion, like a Whataburger. You know how Whataburger makes them, theirs with mustard? Oh, that's my favorite fast food hamburger is Whataburger. Yep. Good stuff. That patty, oh, I don't know, it's just thin and nothing to it, but man. And they have good french fries, they have good biscuits and gravy, and the french fries are really good dipped in their chicken strip gravy that they have. I always get a side of that when I go there, which is rare now because we don't live near one now. So my closest comparison then to a Whataburger now is Sonic, and we do have one of those up here. I just get one with mustard. Same thing. Tastes pretty damn close to a Whataburger, which makes me very happy. Okay, let's distress this real quick. It's Friday. Happy Friday. You hear my birds out there? I don't know. I didn't put any seed out this morning, but I put quite a bit out yesterday. Maybe they're squawking. Maybe there's not enough on the ground. Maybe they're saying, hey, lady, throw some more down, please. But nope. We'll see. Maybe later. I did, though, just go put out leftover avocado and a few tomatoes and a little bit of boiled egg for the ravens. And they could be going after that, the bluebirds. The scrub jay is what they're called. It's a blue and gray bird. They're beautiful. Maybe I don't know if you call them a mid-sized bird. They're not one of the small. They're not small like a finch or anything like that. They're bigger, much bigger than that. I'm not even sure what to compare them to size-wise. You'd have to look it up. Alright, so this, I usually fold these because you just have to. You gotta do it right. It's gotta be right there. So let's See that full round? That, I don't know why, but that's got to be there. It just bugs me if it's not. I don't know what my problem is, but why I feel so entitled to have a perfectly done popcorn bag. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna cut this down. I'm pretty short. Don't need a lot. Yep. All right. Okay, recent experience with these popcorn bags from Dollar Tree has taught me that these cutters don't do the greatest. Let me find us something paper out there. I got a million of these. Let's just use that. Because they just don't. You know what though? I'm gonna reinforce this anyway. Hang on. Let me just reinforce it instead. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. That would be right behind it. It can be anything. It doesn't even have to have a pattern. It can be a scrap of cardboard. Just a wee bit. And then I'll only go down so far into this bag and I won't cross that line. Oh, eek. The back of this bag can be glued to the page, so I don't have to worry about that. But I just want to reinforce this because they're getting in and out of it. These bags are very thin and they're going to tear. They won't last. They're so cute. I put them in almost pretty much every journal that I've ever made because they're adorable. Okay. Just get in there somewhere. I don't even care exactly where. Here we go. Yes. Thank you. Well, you had to go over just far enough to mess up the fold, but whatever. You can't be perfect, right? Alright, so that's in there. Not sticking together. I just glued that in there just to reinforce it a little bit. I could have used a bigger one. I probably maybe should have, but I'm just going to do a shallow little cut here anyway. So, I ain't fretting over that. Just going to go in like right here. To the side. I don't want to mess up the fresh. See, these would have torn so quickly, these little corners, all this would not have lasted. That's going to be up, they're not going to see inside there, so there's no point. Any white. Okay. I'm going to glue these so it'll become a pocket. micro tip for this. And I've got those little bottles with the fine tips on them in my Amazon cart saved for later. Hoping I get some of those and try to use a little less of this glue. But you don't need much most of the time. Schmeal goes down. Oh, don't you fold it. I'm not even sure what you can see. Kind of up. Oh man. Oh, I get so messy with this glue. I just right off the edge. And, you know. Jeez. Jeez. I always think of 16 Candles and Long Duck Dong. And she was his new sexy American style girlfriend or whatever. And he always said, jeez! When at the end, or towards the end, you know, everybody, you know, she's thinking she's gonna get married, and you know, the guy she really wants is looking for her. He goes to the door, and Long Duck Dong's all hungover and messed up the night before, and the guy's, where is she? He said something about getting married. She's getting married. And the guy's like, married? He's like, married. Married. Jeez. Or something like that. I don't remember how it goes, but it just cracks me up. A little inside of my insanity there, I suppose. That would be nice in there. I just want some, you know, some papers. I wonder if it'd be cheap to put. I'm gonna put them all in here for her. Or whoever. I shouldn't say just her. I don't know what y'all like. Okay. So those are in there. I'm going to leave that. Now what? Pretty cute because it's pink and reddish. What else we got here? Do I care about the flowers? Not that one. There's a plane. That's all right. These greens aren't gonna be my favorite together with that. Pretty, I love that. Is there a sideways one? Could use that one there, but then what? One of these days, I'm just gonna put this in somebody's journal. It's a label, but it's vellum. These tags here came. Oh, I should attach that to it. Yeah, right. Okay. I don't want to put the pickle one on here, do we? Pick a pickle. It is kind of cute. It is a popcorn bag. We could be goofy with it. I'm doing it. I'm not going to use this. I'd use it in a recipe book. But I'm just doing this. Gets weird sometimes. That's how it is with my stuff. You don't know. You'll get what you get, and I hope you like it. Let's retire that one. We've got this one here. Just trying to do a light swirl, you know, try to make this glue last. I sure go through it, and it's not the cheapest. Okay, let's get these. Where'd that go? Excuse me. Shedding a little sponge. I gotta find those makeup sponges. The ones, you know, the little teardrop shaped ones with the little point. They'll fit right in there beautifully. Flawlessly. We'll ink those circles right there. Just kind of getting the edge. A little more on the back. Not much. This is kind of fragile. I think I'd quit doing this right over the book when it keeps shedding like that, but I just keep doing it over and over and over again. Maybe... Should I? Is this crazy? No, right? Too long. I don't want it that long. I'll have to cut it in half. Do another trim on that. To get the cutie little shape, not my finger. Well, I'm hearing the music again today. It's not as loud though. Yet. All damn day. Hearing that bass thumping. Because I can't hear everything else about the song. You know, you won't hear the drums and stuff, a lot of the singing and all that. That's cute. But you'll hear that bass for hours. And I love music. I love loud music, especially. I mean, the best part about a concert to me is you go in there and it just hits you square in the chest. The energy from the loud music. I was at a Godsmack concert. It was years ago. I don't go to concerts so much anymore because I just don't want to deal with all the people. But and the parking mostly. I went to the restroom and came back in. And Godsmack wasn't playing yet because I was, wasn't gonna leave during that. I went before, so I would be fine for you know, a while after that. And, but when I opened the door to go back into that auditorium, the other band was playing, of course, and it felt like something hit me, literally. I opened the door and it was just like, this energy ran right into me. It was the most amazing thing I've ever felt in my life. I'm not even kidding. It was just, it was so loud, and the air conditioning and everything, and you open the door, it's like, it just hits you. It's like, this is badass. Right here. So I love concerts. It's not that. It's just hearing the doom, 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 doom for, you know, hours and hours and hours all day long. It's turned down a little bit today. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. Let's see if I can find something cute for here. Not sure about that. Well, that's cute. That's winter though. That's really cute. Bicycle. Is there anything to do with a pickle? By chance? Something tells me it's going to be a no. There's a lemon. I'm going to put one of them there. So you might as well just accept it. Alright, I don't know. That's cute. Okay, I like the breakup. I don't want to put more red. I really don't. So oh, there's something I forgot to do on that other card I put in here. I gotta put those papers on the back. I don't like putting these in with nothing on them because we want to have something to journal on. And these are about perfect. I just put 2. These are slightly larger. I don't care. They come off. People can move them. Do what they want. Alright, that one was over here. Yeah. Green paper, if I can find that. If I haven't buried it into... Oh, there it is. Hey! So my husband might be home a little later than normal tonight. He might be going to help someone get firewood. Oh, that's better. And there we go. That's cute. So that's how this turned out. Of course, that's a bag. Got some paper in there. 3 little cards. How cute, right? Yep. And the pickle. And now we're on to here. So let's go. Alright. I already distressed it. Yay. Now what? Now what is that I need to turn the fan back on because it's getting warm. It's going to be in the 70s, but the sun hitting the shed warms it up a little bit. We did paint the roof white. We left it dark all winter, you know, so we could take advantage of the sun hitting it in the winter and warming it in here, and it worked amazingly. By, you know, 45 degrees I could come in here and work. It'd be nice and warm in here because the sun would be warming up this metal. Really nice, actually. It's much easier to be warm in here than it is cool, because the only way I'm going to be cool in here is if I bring a little swamp, and then we'll find a small swamp cooler to bring out here. And probably will eventually, because if this ends up being moved over my craft supplies might be in our going into our fifth wheel once we move out of that and into the house we're redoing. The house is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath mobile home. I call it a house because I'm not going to call it a trailer because we live in a trailer. And I'm tired of explaining which one. So I'm talking about which one? That's the house and we live in a trailer. That's how it is. Even though our house was towed with a hitch. Those mobile homes are like that. But I don't care, and I don't look down on people for living in them. Not only because I do, and will be, and I have. I don't care. It's a house. It's a place to live. You make it your home. It doesn't matter. You don't need anything fancy in there. You just do what you want to do. But if you want fancy, you do fancy. So living in a mobile home to me is no big deal, and as soon as we get it done, you'll see it because I'll show you around in there, and when I do hauls and stuff, and maybe some decorating. I'd love to do some of that. I've been inspired by some of the people I watch on YouTube, and it's like teeny tiny. It's so small because it's gonna fold like this. It's gonna be a little itty bitty thing. Not wanting that. Come on, something. Something hit me. Just make a little tuck here. It could be as simple as that. But you know what I haven't done yet? It's an envelope. Like a regular envelope. Right here. Below me. I still don't have. Oh, but man, that fifth wheel, once I get my stuff in there, ooh, it is going to be nice. Because. Excuse me. It's going to be nice. Brown envelopes and cards. I'll show you something in a minute on those. I was laughing the other day. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yes, it is. It matches. Okay, whatever envelope. Who needs you now? Maybe we'll put you inside of that. Let's see. Anyway, on this one envelope, I'm going to show you something. I don't like it, and I'm covering it up. Okay, these they look like titties. First thing I saw, I turned it over like, whoa, those look like titties. Sorry, they do. At glance, it's like, whoa. I mean, when you look at it, you can tell that they're not, but hey, it's me. Consider the source. I'm gonna see stuff like that because I don't know, sometimes oh, this is blank. Perfect. Sometimes I've got a nasty mind. But I couldn't care less about it at this point. I'm just past the age of ever wanting to talk all dirty or any of that stuff, you know. Beyond that, age-wise. And I don't mean that as an insult, I mean literally as a menopause age-wise thing. Those of you who know, know. It's all gonna come to an end. Possibly because, guys, okay, you know, let's just talk about menopause. I've heard that there's women into their 80s and 90s that are still really active. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Maybe some of us will be. We need to get off of this subject because this is the guy. If there's any guys watching, I'm like, oh my god, really? She had to go there. Yes, I had to go there. Sorry, but I've always been, and I will talk about pretty much anything, person. Nothing's taboo. It's all life. But you know, honestly, it's cracked me up how some guys, you know, when you start talking about the blood that women get, our blood, our monthly, whatever you want to call it, guys just, they get so grossed out. And this one guy I used to hang out with, used to know, I haven't seen him in years. I barely said anything, and he's like, ugh. Start talking about that. I'm like, really? Because you'll gut a deer, you'll shoot a deer and gut it in the woods, hang it in the tree, watch it drip blood dry or whatever the hell, and you're afraid to talk about a little bit of blood. How many kids you got, dude? It's got a lot of kids. Okay. Like, no. Not falling for it. No, I'm going to talk about that in front of you because guess what? You can handle it. Seriously, come on now. You know, some people are just like, really? Don't. See, I'm not sure why I did that, because I'm going to glue that down. I don't want to do... Take it out, but I don't think so. I'm just going to do it here and then do something in that. Alright, now. No, that just cracked me up. Seriously, a guy can hunt and kill and butcher and gut, but they can't handle talking about period blood. What in the hell is wrong with them? Come on, that's just... I'm sorry, he's a wussy. There's no other way of putting it. There's just no other way. It's blood, okay? It's freaking blood. I mean, they like everything else about down there, and that's just blood. So don't ask me. I don't get it. It cracks me up. It sure does. Alright, this is pink as pink can be, but we are gonna go green inside. And these greens match that green. That pretty good, yes. But this one, not so much. This one will, not really though. So what else we got? Not doing any mushrooms just yet. Although it does. So cute though, I want her in there. So she might be. Alright, the darker greens in this one, we're fine. So that's gonna open, we'll do something to the outside. And do a tuck here. I love making these. I really do. I wish I hadn't waited this long. I wish I had discovered this before. a tuck. So I'm going to glue in an L. The strings. Oh, I could have, ooh, I was going to do it here, wasn't I? Gosh, I almost messed that up. Give me time, it happens. You betcha. Love using a dried wet wipe. I just buy the Dollar Tree ones, and I'm not sure if I might have used it all, but it's a cheapy little thing, and just I take one out, and I like having a wet one on hand and a dry one on hand for glue messes. But I don't know if I even have any more of that left because I don't see it now. I might have used the last wipe. I got more in the house. All right, so this is in. Ooh. Oh, look at what matches. Well, well, well. Aren't we just going to have to make something cute out of that? Let's get to distressing. Yes, you're so pretty. Thank you for hanging out and being visible when I needed you. I'm just gonna, a little bit here, just in case I can get some contrast on some edges. These are infamous for being stuck together, like this one is. Just gently go in there and separate it. Alright, let's try this again. If I get that contrast, I want it. Darker ink, of course I could then. But we're keeping vintage photo throughout. Let's get the fold down so we can do that. There it is. Put that line there. See right where these lines here go. Alright, let's put something cutie in there for them. Like what? I don't know. There's some stamps. What else we got? Tickets. And some blank ones. You can do what they want with those. So got for some little tickets and then something cute. We got stickers. You know, some goodies. All the little doodads. And we gotta make a little thing. It could be any circle cut out, and you just put it on there. See, we've got stickers for these. So not sure which set it was, it doesn't matter. One of those work. I just need a circle punch. What, baby? I hear you out there. Little bird. Cuties. Right now. Ooh. It's really not the colors that I wanted though, but maybe I want something that's not going to blend in. That's what I'm thinking, actually. Let's just maybe distress that. Shall we? And call it good. Let's put something there in the middle. Oh, goodness. That'll work. Just do the half. Just trying to get the littlest amount on it. That's why it's taking me forever, literally. Windy today. It's gonna be windy. Good, that'll tuck in there. I'll put something on that. I got stickers, right everywhere. They're slightly too big, though, of course. If I could trim around it, it just won't match very well. Let's find something else. I know there's other little roundies somewhere. Let's trim it around. I'm just going to trim to the green then. And it'll fit on that little white piece. And still have a slight border. Or not. Just getting a little white. I can't even tell what this is. Alright, well, don't ask me. Just tuck it right back in there. If you're more dexterity in your hands, you'll do it easier than I can. So, alright, what else up here? Something. Get out of here, fly. Back just twinged. That was just lovely. Thanks for that. Not what I wanted. Oh. actually the right color green right there. I don't want to see these. These are perforated. Keeping this one whole. Not sure why they perforated them all like that, honestly. They're really cute as they are. Variety, I guess. If you don't want the white, that's cute. So that'll work for sure with this. And we just need something here. This is gonna be it. Yeah, though I think in the last video I was talking about, I know my more popular videos are my haul videos. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some more. A little bit more paid off, but aren't we all? It's just gets hard sometimes to. There's weeks I can't go. I can't afford to go to Dollar Tree or Goodwill or anything, so I don't. Okay, now I still gotta glue this down. I think we should do that before we get too much further. Do I want to make it a tuck? I don't think I need to make it a tuck. Let's glue it down. Good thing is there's also a popcorn bag behind here, so it's already kind of supported. You know, it's not a thin page with one heavy side. It's actually, I think, almost better if you can just even it out by doing something both. But see how this one's floppy. This one. This one. Just trying to burnish this down a little bit. I keep saying brandish. I think that's the right. I'm not sure if it's even the right word or even the same anything. Alright. No blues. Nice. Let's just put you here. Let's do some flats, obviously. Let's match that green, sort of. Ain't gonna sweat it. It's all good. From what I've seen in the world of journaling and journals that people make, I haven't seen a lot. I haven't been at this very long, but what I've seen is that people love pretty much all of them. They're just cool. And they're beautiful, some of them. They're different, wacky, crooked, signature, stuff like that. I was going to do another envelope out from this, but I'm just not. We can do that later, maybe. I'm feeling the lemons now, because those... Oh, wow. Yeah, the back. The back. flat. Get rid of that white. You'd think I'd learn to stop stressing these over this since it comes off, but why would I do that? That would make too much sense. Another thing I've noticed about the journaling community on YouTube that I've been watching is everyone's very humble. We all make mistakes. Everyone admits it. Nobody gives a crap. We just move on. We don't need to be giving people a hard time about it because it happens to literally everybody. There's not a person on this planet that doesn't make a mistake. Not one single person. You've never convinced me otherwise. And I'm watching people and I'm constantly seeing them. Like, oh, oops. Okay, yeah, well, we can fix it. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how it is. That's the cool thing, is you can fix it. And if you can't quite fix it, then that's okay too. Because you want the homemade, you want the quirky, if you ask me, in the journal. I want it to be beautiful, but I want it to be quirky too. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's do something on the front of this. Something pretty. There. Oh, here's those things I was talking about. Sorry, I got this in an eBay order. These stickers. If you saw my last video, they're meant to be layered and they go together. 3D. You have to put them together a certain way for it to show right. That's kind of cool though. So anyway, yeah, I cut one of those out already and used it. Got them on there. Maybe something besides just pink. Maybe not that. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay. Ouch. Alright, what paper am I missing? I know it's here. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna add right now. Those are pretty pokey. Just re-distress the corners. So hey, if anyone watching if you're into making journals and stuff, by all means, share a picture of it and stuff if you'd like to. And people here are going to be cool about it. Aren't we? We're going to be nice to each other and be cool about it. I'm not going to put down someone else's work. So, should I leave this blank for them or should I decorate? I'm just going to leave it. Maybe? Needs something. What's it need? Tell me. Oh, wow. Where were you guys hiding? There we go. Doesn't match right there, but it's still pretty. We're gonna leave that. There's a lot going on. Well, there's not a lot, but there's 3 cards under here to journal on, some tickets. So that's plenty. Alright, that's been distressed. I tried to end up spending a little couch potato time in the house yesterday. It didn't work. That's okay. I got my laundry and stuff done instead. Since I have to hang it out to dry, we don't have a dryer yet. We gotta find a gas dryer. Because then we can switch that over to propane. This is what we use out here is propane. And that will be amazing because I don't like hanging laundry out. It's alright. But we've got a makeshift thing set up with using our trees to run the line, and the ants get in there. So I'm discovering when I take my clothes, I've got to shake them off, or I'll be bringing critters in the house. I don't like that at all. So it will be nice when we get a dryer. There's other places we could string a line that isn't to a tree, and it's because it's in a tree. Because the ants are all over those trees. We have the cedar and juniper up here. Okay, time to glue again. Remember that. Woohoo, here we go. Yikes. Let me get this under there. In case I go over, which is likely. Very likely. The edges that you really do. Get on over there. Oh, that's gloopy. Oh no. Did you see the gloops? Oh, that's going to be interesting. I caught it right when it was too late. I was already pulling it down. Yeah, see? Dang it. Sorry. Just gonna smooth you this way. I'm sorry. I know. Hope I got the edges good. I think I did. Oh, I'm sorry. Just dry up. You'll be lumpy. It's okay. Okay, now what do we want to do? Now what? Move this. We're at an hour again already? Oh my goodness, guys. Time flies when you're having fun. Yes it do, yes it do. Let's see what's in here. Man, somebody needs to be